So Mr. Satya will be calculating the area and volume of cylinders. So one thing about cylinders, this is how a cylinder will look like. Roughly this is how a cylinder looks like. Let me draw a better cylinder. Okay. Now this would be the radius and this would be the height. Mr. Satya, any doubt till here?
No doubt, sir.
And this would be the center of the cylinder. Okay. Now one thing that we need to understand is when I have to find the total surface area of a cylinder. Now the total surface area of a cylinder is this part, and this part. Mr. Sarthak, do you agree?
Yes, sir.
Now we are comfortable calculating the area of this part. Sarthak, can you tell me the area of this part? Mr. Sarthak, Mr. Satya, any of you can tell me the area of this part?
Pi r square.
Pi r square. Mr. Sarthak, any doubt? So Satya, area of this part would be?
So same pi r square.
Same pi r square. Sarthak, any doubt? This would be pi r square. Now the formula that we need to learn, the new formula that we need to learn is about this surface. Satya, do you agree?
Yes, sir.
Now one thing is that this surface is the vertical surface. When we look at the cylinder like this is called the lateral surface area. Mr. Sarthak, any doubt? Have you understood what is the lateral surface area, Mr. Sarthak? Mr. Satya, have you understood?
No, sir.
No. Okay. So can you see any cylindrical object in front of you? Oh, let me show you a cylindrical object. 1 second. Can you find any cylindrical object in front of you? Maybe a bottle. Can you find a bottle in front of you? Is there a bottle in front of you?
Yes.
No, sir. I need to get one.
So you can get a bottle.
One
So,
second.
yeah. Can you see this bottle on Amazon.com? Can you see this bottle? Sarthak, is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now what I'm trying to tell you is, now when you look at this, when you look at a typical bottle, any typical bottle. So now what I'm trying to tell you is that this part, this is called the lateral surface area. Have you guys understood now?
Yes, sir.
Now when we look at a bottle, we assume that this is a bottle like this. Sarthak, any doubt till here?
No, sir.
This is how the calculations we'll be doing for a bottle like this. So this area, the top and the bottom, and this would be the lateral surface area. Any doubt till here? Any confusion till here?
No, sir.
Okay. Now you need to understand these things for a simple reason that they may ask you a question like this, and then you shouldn't get confused. So for example, they might tell you that there is a cylindrical container which is open. Cylindrical container without a lid. Sarthak, have you understood? Without a lid. So this cylindrical container has no lid. Satya, have you understood?
Yes, sir.
They may also ask you that this is a pipe. Sarthak, have you understood?
Yes, sir.
Can you see the difference between the surface area of these figures? Mr. Satya, Mr. Sarthak?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
See, what we need to understand is if I have a cylinder like this, which has a top, which has a bottom, which has a lateral surface area, and they are asking me the total surface area. When they ask me the total surface area, what I need to calculate is, I need to calculate this area, which is pi r square. Then I need to add this area, which is pi r square. And then I need to add this area, which is the lateral surface area. Mr. Sarthak, do you agree? Mr. Satya, do you agree?
Yes.
Now these two would be pi r square plus pi r square. This would be 2 pi r square. Any doubt till here?
No, sir.
Now this lateral surface area, the formula of this that you need to remember, this is 2 pi r into h. Mr. Sarthak, any doubt?
No, sir.
Mr. Satya, any doubt?
No, sir.
Now this can be manipulated and can be written as 2 pi r is common, and r plus h. Any doubt? Mr. Sarthak, Mr. Satya,
No doubt, sir.
Mr. Sarthak.
No, sir. No, sir.
But then just to confuse, because see, I don't want you guys to get confused, but there would be times when you'll see a formula like this. 2 pi r square plus this 2 and this r, twice of r, would be written as a d, where d is the diameter. Any confusion till here?
No, sir.
Mr. Sarthik? Mr. Sarthik, any confusion?
No, sir.
Because we know that the diameter is twice of radius. See, this seems like a difficult formula. This seems like a difficult formula. This one seems like a difficult formula. This seems like a difficult formula. And that is why I'm suggesting that you need to look at cylinder in parts. What I mean by parts is you need to understand that a cylinder has these two areas which are pi r square, and then there is this lateral surface area. At times it is also called the curved surface area. Mr. Sarthak, Mr. Satya, any doubt?
No doubt, sir.
This is pi r square, this is pi r square, that we are pretty easy with. We have been doing this pi r square, I think, from class 6th. Now this part is new. This part is new. But if we just remember that the area of this curved or the lateral part is 2 pi r into h, which can also be written as pi dh. Sarthak, Satya, any doubt?
No doubt, sir.
So when they are asking you the total surface area, please remember it is 2 pi r square plus 2 pi r h, can be written as 2 pi r plus h. This is one way of writing this. Another way of writing the same thing is 2 pi r square plus pi dh. Are we confused?
No, sir.
Now, you may not require this now, but in later classes you will require this. If I have given a question like this, that there is a cylindrical container without a lid, and you have to find the area, then please understand that if I have to find the area, my area would be this part and this part only. Mr. Sarthak, any doubt?
No.
So the area of this part is pi r square, and area of this part is 2 pi r h. So the required area would be pi r square plus 2 pi r h. Mr. Satya, any doubt?
No doubt, sir.
They may also ask you the area of the pipe. For the area of pipe, and that is why I suggest all my students not to cram the formula of everything, but just understand. If they are asking you the area of a pipe, please understand that pipe, there is nothing here and there is nothing here. So therefore, you would only have the curved surface area or the lateral surface area, which will be equal to 2 pi r into h, or this would be written as pi dh. Mr. Satya, any doubt?
No doubt, sir.
Mr. Sarthak, any doubt?
No.
So, in short, we have three kind of figures. You will, in the sum that we'll be doing today, you will be requiring only this figure. So don't worry. We won't require this figure or this figure. So don't worry. But what I want you to understand is the difference. The difference is that the first figure that we are dealing with in this lecture has these two areas have to be considered, as well as the curved surface area. In the second figure, you just need to consider the curved surface area and the bottom area. But in this figure, which is a pipe, you just consider the curved surface area. Mr. Sarthak, is it making sense?
Yes.
And once you are comfortable, you can write this as pi r square plus pi r square. This is done. This is done. Only the curved surface remains, which will be equal to 2 pi r h. So this would be 2 pi r plus h. Satya, any confusion?
No, sir.
Okay. If you look at the b part, you only require pi r square plus 2 pi r h. Sarthak, any doubt? The pipe is the easiest because you only have the curved surface area. There is no area on top. Nothing here, nothing here. So this would be 2 pi r h only. Any doubt? Satya.
No doubt, sir.
And you can be rest assured that the questions that we'll be doing in this class would belong to this only. But if there is a question like this, or if there is a question like this, you should be able to do the questions. So is it okay till here?
Yes, sir.
So this is about the surface area of cylinders, and we have considered the three cases. And the volume of a cylinder, that is the simple part. If this is the radius and this is the height, if you want to find the volume of the cylinder, the volume of the cylinder would be pi r square into h. This is very easy to remember because the area of this is pi r square. Just multiply the area of the bottom with the height. Sarthak, any doubt?
No.
This is the easiest formula. So I'll write it here only. So this is the surface area. Let me write total surface area. And the volume would be pi r square into h, which is equal to pi r square h. So any doubt?
No doubt.
Okay. Now, okay. Another thing that you need to remember is whenever you are calculating areas, just remember that the areas are always calculated as meter square or centimeter square or kilometer square, and the volumes are always calculated as meter cube or centimeter cube or kilometer cube. They don't give you kilometer cube, but I'm just writing. Or there are times when they will mention the volume in terms of liter also. Satya, Sarthak, any doubt?
No doubt, sir.
No.
Any confusion till here?
No, sir.
So why I'm writing this is that whenever they ask you to calculate the volume, your answer should be in meter cube, or it should be in centimeter cube, or millimeter cube, or liters. So any doubt?
No doubt, sir.
Now this will become critical. This will become critical because the same thing would be used in physics also, especially when you are doing the density volume calculations. Sarthak, have you done density in science?
No, sir.
So maybe in next class they will start. So whenever you are doing these in physics, when you are doing density, volume, mass calculation, then these units need to be taken care of. So any doubt?
No doubt, sir.
So for volume, meter cube, centimeter cube, millimeter cube, or liters, to add to the complication, at times you will have to. I won't discuss that in this lecture. Just to add to the confusion, at times you will have to convert the liters into millimeter cube, liters into centimeter cube, liters into meter cube. That will take in some other lecture. But just remember, yeah, another mistake that students start doing is they start writing this as liter cube. There is nothing called liter cube. Sarthak, any doubt?
No, sir.
Mr. Satya, any doubt till here? Any small doubt, big doubt?
No, sir.
And I've told you that this is called lateral. This is also called curved. So these are the figures. These are the kind of figures that you will see in extreme cases. But that is something which I think you will do in 10th class. In extreme cases, they'll give you a question like this. But this is an interesting figure. You may think about this. They may give you a figure like this. This is a hollow pipe. So have you understood?
Yes, sir.
Sarthak, have you understood this?
Yes, sir.
Now this is one of the difficult questions. This is called a hollow pipe. When you look it from above, we won't be discussing this. When you look it from above, the top and the bottom will look something like this. Satya, Sarthak, have you guys understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Don't worry, we won't be doing any numerical of this. But I just want to give you a heads up that these kind of questions are also there. In these kind of questions, they'll give you the internal radius and they'll give you the external radius and they will give you the height. So don't be scared, we won't be doing any question like this. This is called a hollow pipe. Would you be able to do basic questions now? Mr. Sarthak?
Yes.
So I'll just show you the kind of questions that I've sent you. And these are very basic questions, just so that you remember the formula. So don't worry about the units. The surface area would be nm square and the volume would be nm cube. Don't worry about the units. The surface area would be inch square, the volume would be inch cube. So can you doubt?
No doubt, sir.
Sarthak, can you doubt?
No, sir.
And as I've told you, these are simple questions. Area, volume of cylinder, pi r square into 2. Why pi r square into 2? Because this area and this area. And then, as I told you, they write this like pi dh. You can remember pi dh or 2 pi rh, whatever you are comfortable with. Usually in CBSE and ICSE, they write it as a 2 pi rh. Why 2 pi rh? Because this 2 into r can be written as a pi dh. So either of these can be remembered. So then down.
No doubt.
And they have written this volume, the standard volume, pi r square into h. Why pi r square into h? Because this is pi r square, just multiply this with h. Sarthak, any doubt?
No, sir.
So I think I've sent you four worksheets. You can start doing them. And please don't worry about these units. Just write Yard square or yard cube? Centimeter square or centimeter cube? Satya, have you understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can start doing the questions. Satya, you want to ask anything? Mr. Satya, you want to ask anything?
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay, please start.